Good day, grade 10 students. So today we'll discuss how to solve for the outlier. Ang outlier daw ay value that is considerably larger or considerably smaller than most of the values in a dataset. So in short, kapag meron kang given na dataset tapos merong value na sobrang laki kumpara dun sa iba pang mga values or pwede namang sobrang liit kumpara doon sa ibang values, may chances na outliers ito. So, kailan nagkakaroon ng outliers? Pwede daw, for example, merong misplaced decimal point. Kumbaga, nagkamali ng lagay ng decimal point. Instead na, sabihin natin, instead na 3.001, naging 300.1. Pwedeng maging outlier na yung data na yon. Okay? Merong ganong times. Meron naman din times na tama naman yung outlier and talagang yung population lang ay nagko-contain ng extreme values. Pwedeng masyado lang mataas talaga or masyado lang maliit. Kumaga pwedeng sabihin natin, kunwari nag-exam kayo ng 100 points. Tapos meron ka, mostly of you nakakuha ng nasa 50 plus, 60 plus, tapos meron kang kaklase na nakakuha ng 100 or meron kang kaklase na nakakuha ng 1. Outliers pareho yon kasi averagely 50 to 60 plus yung scores ninyo, tapos meron kang kaklase na nakakuha ng sobrang taas or kaya naman sobrang baba in comparison with the group. May times na tama yung outliers, totoong nag-exist doon sa population. May times naman talaga na human error, kaya lang, or na mali ng type, na mali ng encode, kaya lang nagkakaroon ng outliers. So, depende sa reason or ng pag-exist ng outlier, doon ka magde-decide kung ito ay tatanggalin doon sa group of data, doon sa data mo or hindi. Okay? Now, para lang medyo mas malinaw, ito yung recitation activity ninyo. So, ang goal mo dito is to find out kung merong outliers dito sa scores of 10 learners in an activity. So, dito, in-arrange ko na siya from lowest to highest. So, pwede nyo na pong i-comment doon sa comment section. Pag alam mo na, i-compute pa muna. So, ang i-check ko ay kung na-compute mo yung IQR, upper-lower bound, lower bound, saka yung mismong outlier. Okay? Huwag din po kalimutan lagyan ng grade and section at pangalan. Hindi ko ma-identify yung ibang nag-comment. So, para lang alam mo na kung paano gawin yon, here is an example. Let's say ito daw yung ungroup dataset mo. So, this time, para lang medyo mabilis, in-arrange ko na siya from lowest to highest. Pero, there will be times na yung example or yung task ninyo ay hindi naka-arrange from lowest to highest. So, yun yung unang gagawin. So, paano ba mag-identify ng outlier? Para mag-identify ng outlier, dapat alam mo yung tinatawag na outlier boundaries. Ang outlier boundaries po ay dalawa. Isang lower outlier boundary saka upper outlier boundary. To solve for that, may formula lang tayo. So, ang unang-una mong gagawin to find the outliers is to first compute the quartile 1 saka quartile 3 or first quartile saka third quartile. So, yun muna yung simula natin. So, let's say you have this ungrouped data set. So, hanapin daw muna yung value ng Q sub 1 saka Q sub 3. At kung naalala nyo, ang Q sub 1 is simply, ang locator niya is N times K all over 4 since quartile divided by 4. So, here we have, yan. So, niredy ko na yung calculators natin kasi kailangan din natin yan mamaya pag nag-compute na tayo. So, here we have 15. So, tandaan, ang value ng N is simply kung ilan yung ating score or ilan yung ating raw score dito sa ating dataset. Okay? So, this is 15. Then, yung K is yung sub. So, 15 times 1 all over 4. So, you have your calculators. Times muna. Then, divide. So, that is 3.75. Since 3.75, this is a non-integer, automatic round up tayo. Round up po pagka ganito. Kapag hindi integer ang given natin. So, 4 terms. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ang ating first quartile is 19. Now, after getting quartile 1, ang sabi nga dito, you also need to get the value of quartile 3. So, quartile 3 naman po would be same formula ng locator, n times k over 4. So, since yung n natin is still 15, ang nagpalit lang naman is yung k. Since, tandaan, sub 3 na tayo. Then, itong 4 ay kung quartile, laging 4. Decile 10, percentile 100. Wag pong kakalimutan yan. So, multiplication muna, then division. So, that is 11.25. So, since non-integer pa rin, 11.25, automatic round up tayo. So, that would be 12 term. So, ang 12th term nitong ating data is, so, this is 15, 14, 13. Ito yung pang 12. So, that is 35. Once na makuha mo na si Q sub 3 saka si Q sub 1, kunin mo na daw yung IQR. The IQR means interquartile range. So, to get the interquartile range, Q sub 3 minus Q sub 1. So, that is IQR is equal to Q sub 3, which is 35 minus 19. And 35 minus 19, pwede nyo gamitin yung calculators ninyo, is 16. Once you got the IQR, pwede mo nang kunin yung iyong outlier boundaries. Pansinin, dalawa yung formula. Sa lower outlier boundary, Q sub 1 minus 1.5 times IQR. Sa upper outlier boundary naman, that is Q sub 3 plus 1.5 times IQR. So, kunin po natin. Kunin ko muna yung lower outlier boundary. Yung lower outlier boundary daw po, ulitin lang natin, is Q sub 1 minus 1.5 times IQR. Now, ang na-compute po nating value ng Q sub 1 is 19 minus 1.5 times IQR, which is 16. Tandaan, ito yung Q sub 1, ito yung IQR. So, from there, that should be 1.5 muna, 1.5 times 16. And that is 24. Then, 19 minus 24, that is negative 5. Ma'am, pwede po bang negative yung value ng lower outlier boundary? Yes, minsan nangyayari na negative siya. Wala tayong magagawa. Yun talaga yung na-compute natin. Okay? So, possible po yun. Now, to get naman the upper outlier boundary, that would be halos same formula. Ang pagkakaiba lang, instead of Q sub 1, Q sub 3, instead of minus, plus. So, Q sub 3 plus 1.5 times IQR. Yun po yung formula natin. And that would be, ang Q sub 3 natin dito ay 35. So, 35 plus 1.5 times 16. So, you have your calculator, 1.5 times 16, that is 24 pa rin. And 35 plus 24, that is 59. So, that is 59 po. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating outlier boundaries ay simula negative 5 hanggang positive 59. So, ang gagawin mo dyan, once na makuha mo na yung boundaries mo, So, ang boundaries daw natin ay mula negative 5 to up to 59. Now, titignan mo ngayon isa-isa yung ating ungroup data. Ayusin ko lang. So, titingnan mo to ngayon isa-isa. So, negative 5 up to 59. Identify mo isa-isa kung ito ba ay pasok dun sa range natin. So, yung 12, nasa pagitan naman ng negative 5 to 59. Yung 15, ganun din po. iisa-isahin mo lahat ng ungroup data mo. Now, if you would notice, itong 58, pasok pa rin kasi hanggang 59. Pero itong 85 ay hindi napasok dun sa ating upper outlier boundary. Which means, we can conclude na, therefore, 85 is an outlier. Since hindi siya pasok sa ating outlier boundaries, which is -5 to 59. This is our outlier boundaries. Okay? Now, there are times na walang outlier. So, lalagay mo lang na there is no outlier. Pwede naman po yan. Pwede namang hindi. Or pwede namang wala. Okay? Pwede ring more than one. Depende po doon sa yung given data. So, ulitin ko lang. Kunin muna yung IQR. At ang IQR is simply Q sub 3 minus Q sub 1. Get the lower and upper outlier boundary. Then, identify using yung isa-isahin yung ating data. Ganun po mag-identify ng outlier.